Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Working with Bobby again. This is probably going to be the first of a three-part video concerning the suspension upgrades I'm getting ready to make to old Belle. So, without getting long-winded and making the video longer than what it need to be, I'm going to get y'all turned around, show you what I'm putting on, and we're going to do a ride height for the rear because I'm going to start at the rear first, and then we're going to get set up and we're going to get to work. All right, I'm gonna try to do this without tripping over my son high dollar sports bike. Oh goodness. All right, this is what we got. We got some lowering shackles. I got these from Amazon. I don't have a link in the description. I know that's gonna be some of the main questions that I'm gonna get. Like, where did you get them? How much they cost? And I get that, because I watch people YouTube videos and I be trying to figure out where they got their stuff from too, so I can order me some too. But these are just your basic drop shackles. They already come pre-assembled with the bushings and all in them. They don't come in hardware as far as the bolts, but they did come with two grease fittings that I got to screw in there and try to put some grease in here. So I got those. That's supposed to give it a 2-inch drop in the rear. So that's those. And I had these a long time. I ordered these from this company called Suspension Specialist. What they basically are is the longer U-joints, okay? Which I'm gonna have to cut some of that off because I ain't putting no blocks on this truck. And they came with the necessary fasteners and hardware for putting those on. I had those a long time. And the last box, if y'all can see this dust, you can see how long I had these sitting on the shelf forever. My wife got them for me, I think for an anniversary or something like that one year, but I ain't never get to put them on the truck. But they are the Prothane motion control leaf spring bushings. I need to replace these on the truck. But this is pretty much what they are. I got to press the old ones out, put these in. It came with the grease. It's got all the pins that go inside the bushings. The grease down in the box somewhere. I'm not gonna pull all that out right now. Even came with some instructions just in case you aren't familiar with it. So that's what I'm gonna be doing as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'll leave all that right there and try to get out and ride this bike before I fall. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the truck set up and I'm gonna get started. So just stay tuned. All right, y'all, we back. I'm gonna have to do this one out here. It's gonna be a little tough, but it is what it is. I can't do anything other than the shop until I get the motor put back in my best friend Tahoe. So doing work up under here is off limits right now. But I already got it set up. Got my wood out here like I normally have to do. I'm about to put that brand new flow jack to work. I got to get these tires off, and because I'm doing the back first, you got to make sure that you chalk in some way with a brick that you see I got a piece of board or whatever. You got to make sure you chalk the front tire so it don't move or roll forward and then cause you injury or death. So make sure you stay safe when you're trying to do this stuff if you ain't got no lift. Obviously if I had a lift, it'd be a little different. So I'm gonna put you in the tripod that's right here so I can let y'all see me measure the rear fender height. That way we can see it before and after, okay? So I'm gonna get y'all put in the tripod and then we're gonna do our measurements. All right, y'all. This is what we're looking at from the board, from the board up to the fender, and I'm trying to stay in the middle of the tire the way I can get a good accurate measurement. And we looking right at, let's say, 31 3/4 of an inch. It's almost 32, but not quite. It's about 31 3/4 is what I'm looking at. So after we do the drop or do the suspension repairs, it should be sitting at 29 3/4, which is right just over the tire, which is where I want it. I'm trying to eliminate some of this gap, and then one day I might want to put like some 22s or something on it, with some meaty tires, just to give it the stance that I want. So I'm trying to take care of this part first. But if I do stay with the white leather tires, the 15s, I still have the stance on the truck like I want. I don't want it slammed down. I don't want to C-notch it and all that kind of stuff, because I still use my truck like a truck. So I need to have the functionability of a pickup truck, but yet have the stance and the ride quality that I want. So what we're going to be doing is addressing the eyelets, the eyelet bushings on each end, and then I'm going to put the shackles on the back, and then we're going to put the tires back on it, set it back down, and see what the improvement was. And then in a whole nother video, I'm going to do the front, because that's a little bit more extensive. I got lower control arms, end links, and I got to cut the front springs, which I'm going to do videos on that as well, for those of you who want to try to do this yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and get set up. I don't know if I'm gonna do a time lapse or something or whatever or not, but I got to get set up the way I can work on this thing on the ground. So I'm gonna be floor jacking and jack stands and all that good stuff. I'm gonna have to do one side at the time since I'm not on the lift. So I'll record as much as possible, but I got to figure out a way to edit it down the way it's not so long. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the smooth music while it was doing that time lapse thingy. I got my tires off, got it set up. Now y'all know I always am open to easier and new ways of doing things, but this is the reason that I set this truck up like this. Number one, I don't want to have to be lifting the axle up and down to try to set these leaf springs. So what my goal is, I'm gonna do one side at a time. So I'm going to remove these four, unclamp the leaf spring from the axle, okay? And then I'm going to come up here and remove this particular fastener and knock that side out, or either use the pry bar and pry it out. Then I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna undo these two fasteners, take the eyelet out of the shackle, and then pull the shackle away from the frame. And then I'm gonna try to work on it on the table, because I'm gonna have to use my ball joint press to try to see if I can get them old bushings and whatnot out. And then I'm gonna just put everything back, new, once I get it, disassembled, and then get the new bushings and whatnot put in. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm not gonna record a whole lot of taking the leaf spring out. I'm pretty sure that if most of you done did this before, you know how to do this, and hopefully you got a lift. That way you don't have to deal with jack stands and working on the ground. But for the few of us, or the lot of us that don't have access to a lift, and in my case concrete, you got to make do with what you got. But above all, please stay safe. You see, I had to get the big reds out to make sure the truck don't fall down on me, because I'm strong, but not strong enough to lift a truck up. So I want to stay alive, but yet I want to get what I want to get done, accomplished. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video for now. I'm going to let this stuff sit. And when we come back, we're going to be removing the leaf spring on the right-hand side. Then we're going to repeat the process on the left-hand side. And then I'm going to let it back down, torque all the fasteners, and then I'm going to check the ride height. So y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all, finally made it back. I know it's much, much later in the day than what I originally told y'all, but I had to take care of something, family emergency, but everything all right now. But I'm glad that it happened, because it gave me a chance to rethink some things and redo some things. I'm gonna get the camera turned around so y'all can see what I'm talking about. All right, originally I had the jack set up under the rear end just to have it there, and I set the rear end on the axle itself. But I was like, okay, when I start taking the leaf springs loose, something gonna shift, and when that something would be the truck, which you don't want to do that with no wheels on it and all that. You don't want the vehicle to fall, so I always preach safety. But check this out. I already showed y'all earlier in the video what my intentions were, but now I got it sitting right here on the frame, which is out of the way of everything, and I can do what I got to do. But look at this. Can y'all see that? That U-bolt done sheared clean off. So when I get these here loose, I need to clean this plate out real good for when I bolt the new ones on. But I thank God that I caught that when I did, man, because that'll shift the ring in. So thank God I'm doing it, you know, while I am. And I'm glad he held it together, you know, for, you know, until I was able to go ahead and fix it. So I'm glad that I'm doing this right now so I can get my truck back where it need to be. So I'm gonna put y'all back in the tripod, and I'm gonna start on these leaf spring mounting bolts and U-bolts first, get them off, put the new ones on, and then I'm gonna put that back together. And since this is the worst side, I'm gonna start on this side right here. So I'm gonna put y'all back in the tripod. I might do a hyperlapse or whatever, you know, that way it don't be so long. And also some bad news for you guys that like my exhaust. I'm gonna have to take these tips off. I'm gonna wait and see how low the truck gonna get, but I don't want them tips too close to the ground. So I may have to take them off, and I might get Troy to you know, kind of elbow this down some, and then maybe weld a little short chrome tip to that. But we'll see. First thing first, let's get this suspension taken care of. Y'all look at this. This one done broke clean off, and these two was on the way. I'm gonna have to use the air hammer to get that out, because it looked like it's on there good, but it's pretty much dust and rust holding it. So I'm gonna have to clean this up before I can even put the new pieces on. Y'all beware. People that out here got old cars, old trucks or whatever, and I don't believe that this was a vehicle from up north or nothing, or around no beach or snow, but you might want to start paying a little bit closer attention to your suspension. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can clean this up best I can, and then get ready to put it back together. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, y'all. If y'all seen the slideshow and saw what I took off, y'all already know what time it is. But I wanted to show y'all something while I had your attention for a moment. Let me get the camera turned around. All right, y'all know y'all don't normally see me talk too many things other than cylinder heads and inner engine components. But when I bring this here out, it's serious business. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna torque all four of those leaf spring U-bolts on both sides. I'm gonna do all both sides. I'm gonna torque them to 90 foot-pounds. The book that I got says, I think it was the OEM spec was like 81 or something like that. I'm just go to 90 just to be on the safe side, because if you've seen what the other ones had looked like, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go ahead and torque these, and then I'm gonna show y'all what the finished product looked like. All right, got them torqued all down to 90 foot-pounds. Got the excess cut off. I cut off that much too because I don't intend on putting no lowering blocks or doing no axle flip on this truck. So that's why it's where it is. But I feel like this is a huge step up from what it was. I thank God it didn't come apart on me. But yeah, if you want to get this particular kit, sorry about that, y'all. I ordered it from oh, I can't even remember the name of the company. Let me walk back over there. Anyway, the leaf springs U-bolts came from this company right here. I got it upside down. Right there, boy, I tell you what. Suspension Specialist. Here's their what do you call that little square thing with the funny little pattern, the QR code or whatever. And it looked like it's a number on there too. Yeah, if you want to get in contact with them, there's a number. I'm not gonna put all this in the description, so pause the video and write this down or whatever. That blurry part says thesuspensionspecialist.com. So get at them if you want to get the same kit. And what we're gonna do is get ready to move on to the next thing, which is, hopefully I don't need no more fasteners, because them U-bolts have scared me. I'm gonna more than likely start up here and do the front one first. I'll drop that one down, get the whatever I need to press the old bushing out, put that one back, and then I'll do these in the shackles last, and then I'll move to the other side. So y'all just stay tuned. It's a little bit time consuming and hard to get done being on the ground, but it is what it is. I'm gonna get it done one way or the other with the help of the Lord. So just stay tuned. All right, y'all. If you're looking at what I'm looking at, y'all see how I had to pull the whole leaf spring off. After I was done torqued down the U-bolts holding the axle on. So I'm gonna show you why I had to do that. Oh my goodness. Hopefully y'all look at this video and say, okay, we not gonna do like how he did. Yeah, I'm staying safe, but I think I'm overworking myself. I'm grateful that those bolts, that's the front eyelet to the leaf spring, and this is the rear where the shackle goes. Hold a minute. Yeah, right there. And I'm glad that the fasteners had looked good, because the way the other ones had looked for the U-bolts, I was like, oh Lord, I hope they don't be rusted out or nothing like that. But I had to take the leaf spring completely off, because I wouldn't have had space to try to, with my pipe run like it is, I wouldn't have had space to let it down a little bit like I thought I was going to do, so I can let the axle hold the leaf spring in place while I do the pressing. But I'm not going to be able to do that, so I had to take the entire leaf spring off. I'm going to have to retorque those again, which I don't mind doing that. I just want to make sure everything is good. And then I got to probably use my ball joint press or either this air hammer and see about knocking these bushings out. And then I got to take this bolt loose to take this shackle off. This the OE shackle. And then I'm not gonna knock this out because I'm replacing this. So it's just taking this off and then knocking out that bushing and cleaning it up good with the wire brush, and then putting it back on. So at this particular time, I'm not going to record this because I don't even lost track on how long the video is going to be once I edit it and all that. So I'm gonna kind of do it before and after. I'm gonna take all that out, put the new stuff in, and then before I bolt it back up, I'll cut the camera on and let y'all see it. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, y'all, reluctantly, I gotta close the video out. As you see, the truck ain't put back together. I had to drop the rim back down. I was trying to fight to get these leaf springs out, and the driver's side did not want to cooperate, to the point to where it pretty much pulled the drive shaft out of the back of the transmission. So I had to wrap that up with a rag. I know it was a lot that I didn't do right. I actually was doing this for the first time. Never done it before. But I found out some stuff that I needed to find out. I'm glad I replaced the leaf spring U-bolts when I did, because one was done broke loose and eventually the other one was going to follow. So that's a good thing. I got the leaf springs out totally, and I got them over here. I tried to use my ball joint press to see if I can knock out the old bushing, but it did not want to cooperate as well. As you can see, looked like it kind of opened itself up some kind of way. So I couldn't get that joker out. All it did was push the eyelet for the bolt to go through it. So I'm either have to buy a press and do it myself, or I'm gonna have to take both these leaf springs to a machine shop and get them knocked out or pressed out. And that's going to be kind of tough, being this Thanksgiving weekend and Black Friday and all that stuff going on. So a lot of places is closed. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to get this done. But like they say, nothing beats a failure but a try. So I'm still going to take y'all to the couch and get the video closed out. All right. Excuse me, y'all. I was looking to see who that was passing by. All right, y'all. A couple good things happened today. Couple bad things happen. Obviously, you know me, I want to drive my truck home. I don't like leaving it down here torn down. I'm looking at it now. But sometimes that happens. I'm gonna definitely have to have a second set of hands out here to help me line that rim back up so I can slip the drive shaft back in without having to take the U-bolts loose. I don't want to mess with that again. I'm going to just try to see if I can maybe get my mom or somebody to work the jack while I try to slide the drive shaft back forward. It ain't that bad to do. But like I always tell y'all, be blessed, be encouraged, keep wrenching. Next time I cut you back on, we're going to have that truck sitting down, at least on the back tires. See you on the next video.